Welcome to your number one podcast right here in the Pan-African space. Stay tuned for spanking new exclusive right now on the bars. All right, let's fire some spanking new exclusives for the day. All right, you can call me Olua TJ. You can call me America Pan-African Channel. All right, this is what I do. All right, let's go straight to action. All right, we've been seeing in the space, in the African entertainment space, Ghanaian artist Stonebwoy's event was up on the bill. I shared videos of himself and Pella and then Sabino's in the build-up to the event. All right, and we had, news on the waves that the event is sold out and it has been sold out. So it means that, or it meant that tickets were bought in advance and the auditorium was full to capacity. All right, I'm here to do the needful, look into it, and then come with you exclusive. All right, whether the event was full or not. I also, have a phone conversation with a repertoire of Stonebwoy, and should I say a fan, a hype man, a lover of Stonebwoy, and part of the Stonebwoy camp. All right, to look at the event and what ensued. So it's going to be a different twist today. I'm going to delve deep into it. All right. Okay, guys, like I've been doing, all right? And I have articles. A whole lot of articles are coming, all right? Stonebwoy reduced his O2 Shepherd Bush Empire show tickets to sell out the venue. That is coming from a Ghanaian promoter, Alodia Promotions in the UK, all right? A whole lot. We've seen videos of certain spaces of the O2 Shepherd Bush, not filled. It was empty. So was it full to capacity? And if it wasn't, why would we do that to ourselves? And if it was, we will congratulate them on little steps they are taking to enhance and grow in the international space. All right, let's go on this, quick spree. And then when we come back, I'll be joined on phone by a hype man of Stonebwoy to discuss the event. Welcome to your number one podcast right here in the Pan-African space. Stay tuned for spanking new exclusive right now on the bars. Okay, viewers, like I said, basically we're still on the Stonebwoy event, O2 Shepherd, O2 Bush Shepherd in the UK. A whole lot of controversies ongoing. On the phone, I have MC Portfolio. I don't know whether to refer to him as a confidant of Stonebwoy, hype man, a brethren. I don't know, but he himself will take us through, that procedure. I salute you, senior.
The Logos boy.
Yes, sir.
Right now, there we have born you up to the Nigerians. Right now, there.
Say.
Be you and them now. Right now, you naturalize them. So we sack you. So we go retrieve on our citizenship. Go retrieve on our citizenship. I be wild.
Because say me, I have a soft spot for Niger music.
Yeah, they bribe you as you go there. Now they make worse. I should say that there.
But my people, they look forward to you again, because the other narrative.
We have to.
A flavor and flow stone narrative. No, then they tell me I'll bring you back.
It's a must. It's a must. We have to do that.
As you are not well, I said, okay, let my senior rest a bit.
Right, but still, we still have to make them for that convo. So extension of that convo. So certainly, I'll honor the invitation.
Okay, so I'm looking, and I have a gift too. I wanted to present it, but surprise. So when you come,
but some be like that.
No, I don't want to talk about
it. It better not be Nigerian jollof. It better not be
Nigerian jollof be sweet though. I don't know.
Oh, massa. It better not be Nigerian jollof.
They go meet you for this channel.
Oh, massa.
Nigerian jollof be sweet.
I will accept anything except Nigerian jollof. So
I think my next trip in June, I for carry you go.
I hear.
Yes, sir.
I hear.
But one thing before we go into the Stonebwoy controversy, one thing I realized in Nigeria is that Ghana music day on the streets of Nigeria. Like, citizens know about our artists well. Like, the only thing is that we are not relevant on their media space or in their media space to promote our song. We want it to be organic.
Okay.
But the system of Nigeria is too big. Like one state is like Ghana, you get it.
It's like
even
Ghana,
bigger,
yes.
like Ghana. So if our artists are able to major on being visible in Nigeria, then it means that complaint we are having in our country that they don't support us will be a thing of the past. Do you know that I had Nigerian guys who had a lot of our Ghanaian songs on their phones? Like the one taking me around had Kojo Black's song, Stonebwoy. When you ask them, they talk about our artists with ease. The problem is the visibility on their TV stations and
on their TV stations.
Yes. What's your take on that?
So yes, I think that there is a wake up call. Look, I think even by now, I've always said that we need to grow past the invading the Nigerian market conversation. Because look, before, their target was to invade our market and to consolidate their brand over here. But now we are not even part of the countries they want to target right now. Right now, every Nigerian want to target beyond Africa.
Exactly.
And to also think that they are even now targeting the other francophone countries beyond the English-speaking countries. So I'm always saying that, okay, for over the years, the narrative has been invading Nigeria. How about the other African countries that we can equally activate and capture them so that we can also use them to make automatic penetration into Nigeria? Because automatically, if you become big in other places, Nigerians also revere you that much. Because look at this guy, Mufasa, this guy, Diamond Platinum.
Yeah.
Diamond Platinum didn't even make Nigeria his foremost headache. But he concentrated on capturing that part of the Tanzanian, Kenyan era. And Nigerians saw that he was that influential that they started tapping in. And by way of tapping in, he automatically became a very big item in the Nigerian market.
Yeah, I think he was also smart to, the collaboration with himself.
Collaborations and that, yes. But then if you talk about the collaborations, they started moving to him. And then he also took advantage to invade the territory because he has captured the Eastern African side and all that. And so if you go to the Ivory Coast, the Ivorian countries, the Malis, the whatever, they have a huge untapped market that Ghanaians also need to focus in penetrating. And if you go there, many of our songs that have been activated there, but they don't know about the artists. But the songs are very popular over there.
Okay.
When we know, because now gradually we are done through collaboration. And look, we should even count ourselves lucky that a 30 million populous country is always the second in conversation after Nigeria, always. Look, I mean, come on. You know how also South Africa is also battling to invade the Nigerian territory, if not for the Amapiano craze. So I feel that now we have even made headway that anytime we are doing music comparison, it's Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa. Are we to be lucky enough? Let's also concentrate on the other markets that we do. For you may know, invading Nigerian territory would always give us presence. But for all you may know, the real commercial value of our penetration will be measured in the francophone countries. Okay. How do we even know? So, I mean, let's also concentrate on the other parts that we can capture because the Nigerian Ghana penetration is getting still. The conversation is becoming the same old thing. And I think we are trying, but we can compete against people who are almost represented in every country in the world. You go to any country in the world, there's a tendency that Nigerians are more than so, Charlie. They are benefit. They have the benefit of numerical advantage. So that's one.
The numerical advantage bit is what I usually talk on my channel, in line with the fact that portfolio Jamaicans don't have numbers like us, but they are well revered in the world. So are we not misunderstanding the numbers game to the extent that so, Jamaicans have been able to root out an identity of reggae dancehall, majored on it, and is now worldwide without them having the numbers like Ghana. What is the identity of Ghana?
So let's not lie to ourselves. Now, let's not lie to ourselves. They have been able to establish a musical identity with that number. That is a fact. But in this era, what we need is not identity. You see, how many, let's be frank. Because they have a unique identity, that is why they've been able to penetrate other parts of the world. I getting it. Man, talk of Ghana. We don't need identity because our identity is not the one that is really selling us. Because whether you like it or yes, you can't tell the world to accept our life. They came in with a different style of music. That is why I'm saying that if we had identity that is so unique that because look, our identity is High Life. High Life is not exclusive to Ghana. High Life is exclusive to Sierra Leone.
It's a West African genre.
Many Nigerians, many other people have their representation of High Life, which almost look like it has the same element of instrumentation that we have.
So have we failed in that part? Did we fail?
No, we have not failed. No, we have not failed. But we have the Ghanaian High Life here. Now, what we need is for them, their penetration is because of originality and uniqueness. They are able to churn out a genre that never existed. That was exclusive to them. So with that, you don't need numbers to penetrate. You need authenticity. Which they were lucky to have stayed true to that. We are saying, the kind of High Life that we are living, the only difference is the language. If you look at the chord progression, Nigerians also have virtually the same chord progressions. Sierra Leone have to. So it is not. We don't need identity. We need representations. We need a lot more because look, it is almost always easy to see a new face churning out from the Nigerian market because there are many and they are doing things from their individual cities, whether it's Lagos, whether it's whatever. There are always new faces because the system and their numbers play out in favor that it is much more easy to have Nigerians in Ghana who are projecting their own in your faces. Imagine if they were doing equally the same good music and they didn't have the numbers. They will equally have faced the challenge of promoting or marketing their artists or their
materials. Did it happen on a silver platter? Because Burna Boy's mom she has expounded on the fact that Burna Boy was filling auditoriums in Africa with ease. Now they switched their attention to the international space. When they were there, they were told, my people, we don't have any evidence of you in this international space. So what they decided was that they started from scratch. Bars, restaurants, 200 auditoriums, mini auditoriums, started pushing it to make sure that the music they are doing is well fed to diasporians and not only the diasporians, all races of life. Because when you see a Burna Boy event, you see that there are a lot more, other races, Mexicans, other parts of the world apart. Then when it worked before they started the auditorium thing. So did they just wake up and then the numbers were working for them?
So there is a mentality that I don't know Nigerians have that I don't know whether they were born with or the system, the Lagos and the system makes them so that taking advantage of every micro opportunity. You see, I think it's also something that we need to learn. You see, over here, when you dream big, but in trying to achieve that big dream, you want to start small, you become a subject of mockery. Like how Nigerians network, how they take advantage of the smallest advantage. Here, you try to make
boom.
Yes. Here, you try to start small, and because of the caliber of an artist, you see, it doesn't matter. A Burna Boy or Davido or a Wizkid can lower their ego to take advantage of the slightest opportunity to make things happen for them. But here, our ego is bloated in such a way that we fear that we might be seen as, you are above this. Meanwhile, you are not rich. So one thing is overestimating our essence is one thing that is not helping us. Sometimes the Nigerian that you think you have positioned your mind as big, doesn't see himself that big because his dream is bigger than what you think of him.
Yeah.
But here, we want validation from our people so much that the thing you know rich. But the thing you feel that people say, one or two people say, Charlie, you are big, you are above that. And so the slightest opportunity you don't want to take. So that is why sometimes I feel that, you see, follow who no road. We admit that, yes, we led a lot of things, narrative in terms of our creative sector. However, if someone has been able to unlock a particular key, let's just bury our ego and then just see how it is done. Perhaps if we are able to unlock that key, we can outsmart the system better than them. But they have been able to. I don't know if it's coming from or your orientation, or maybe one day I have to sit with someone who has a 360 Nigerian orientation to let me know how they're able to navigate their way to take advantage of the slightest thing. It's not even about our music alone. You go to places where the commercial places in our fitting shops, in our market areas, and go and ask the Ghanaians how the Nigerians operate. They won't let you walk into the room with your money and go back. But here, a Ghanaian feels that, if the thing is 3 Ghana cedis and somebody walks into the room with 25 Ghana cedis, no. And Nigerians will find a way to give you an amount worth the amount you have walked into the room, because you don't have to take the money back. But here we are so relaxed. And so I think there's a lot more manual of operation that the Nigerian have, that we need to get that manual and try to school. Because if it's about talent, we believe we have. If it's about the production, we believe we do amazing production. But there is a market approach to the business that Nigerians are far ahead of us.
My visit to Nigeria changed my orientation. All this while, I've been wanting to be there until the official invitation. The whole aspect of Nigeria is different. It's a hustling town. To them, the population is too many that they can't see themselves missing opportunities. Because if you don't grab it, someone else will.
Someone. And
their day-to-day life is all about hustling to make ends meet. Now, it comes back to the question I want to ask. Stonebwoy's event. I've had my fair share of, I disagree with the fact that Stonebwoy has Afro dancehall, but wants to sound too Jamaican. Instead of following the Patoranking narrative, the Timaya narrative of do dancehall, but make sure it's 40% of Jamaica, 60-70% of your root, so that you have an identity. Let's look at this event. I've seen Alodia coming out with the fact that Stonebwoy had to reduce his ticket, sell them to make sure he fills the auditorium. I've seen videos of certain spaces which are empty. What do you have to say about that? Was it full?
So today, let's look at these two scenarios. Alodia is a really businessman. When Alodia is doing a show, let me be frank that the aim of Alodia is not primarily to promote the Ghanaian agenda. But the primary motive is a profit-driven motive. Any other thing in the name of promoting Ghana is a secondary matter to him. Let's be frank and face the honest. On the other side, when Stonebwoy is doing a tour, the main aim of the tour is not profit-driven. It is about reach and awareness. So these are two different people approaching the same thing with different direction and different state of mind. And so if it is Alodia, granted that even what is being purported is true, that he sold his ticket. The aim of Stonebwoy is not a business motive. It is a reach motive and an activation motive of a project which is up and running. And so all the move he makes should be underlined by reach and acceptance more than profit driving. But for Alodia, any move he makes must first make business sense before promotional sense. And so these are two people you can compare their approach to selling out their ticket. And so it is smart. Even if it is so, it will be smart on Stonebwoy's part to even reduce his ticket to get more rate to achieve his promotional purpose. Unlike Alodia, who would have come under criticism for reducing his ticket because he is a business and he just wants to make profit. And so this argument is even shut down on arrival. Two, if tickets are shared by an artist for show, remember, Stonebwoy is a leader of a mammoth following army and fan base, which is a big nation, and has to activate a fan base solidification in the diaspora. He already has some over there. What is wrong? Having people who have been BIM native support you all these years. And when you are coming for a show, the only reward you can give these people is to also dish out free tickets to them, to appreciate them for supporting all this work, to come and fill the auditorium, to give you, because no matter how you think, established shows, Grammys, BET, whatever, has people, they dish out free tickets to come and fill the auditorium for video purposes and some for cheerleading purposes, just to cheer the artists, so that even if the show is boring, these people will create a make-believe that the show is ignited.
So if I get you right, it was in the right direction as to letting in a lot more Beam native fans to have a feel of him.
No, you see, I am not by way of that establishing that it is true, because it is now the patrons of the show have come out to say that there were people with money who were not having access to take it.
Okay.
They couldn't buy it on the digital because the digital was jammed. It was sold out. And they wanted to pay in cash and they didn't know how to enter when the auditorium was already filled. So that one is not even true. But I'm saying that if on the flip side, granted, that is true, it is smart for an artist who wants to activate his album. Remember, the show had a team, up and running tour. That is to mean that Stonebwoy wanted to activate the music on it. And so he has to make sure that there is reach. And so even if one, he has beaten down the prices of his ticket, or two, has this out free ticket, that is smart on every management part to do that, to make sure that and so if you charge, and the auditorium is not, you charge and you make profit. You know that Stonebwoy could have still made profit, but still not achieve his purpose. Are you getting it? And so every smart manager should know that, look, the thing we are doing goes beyond profit making. So if it will take reducing the ticket, or even dishing out our lawyer Beam, a UK branch of Beam Native, who has supported us over here, to come to the show to experience their general, it is still a smart decision to do. So what is wrong? We have an artist. This is his own show. We have artists in Ghana who has been billed and paid by promoters to be on their show, and because the place is not full to the brim, they ask the promoters that if they want them to come and perform the show, they should open free kits so that their pictures will look nice. They are not losing. The promoters are losing, but they use those terms. But how about someone who is doing his own show and has they shall take it for his fans to come and experience him so that he can activate his music? What is wrong with that? He's not a businessman. He is a promotional man that is using the tour to activate. So the prime purpose of the Beam tour or the up and running tour is not to make profit. It's to activate an album and reach out to his fans, and so that he can create an experience for them. So where does this even flaw any event a direction or event rules? People do it all the time. The Western world do it. The established brand do it. So even if it's true, it is not out of place for somebody to reduce his ticket and even dish out to take it to his diaspora fans who have supported me all these years. It's the best form of reward for your fans. So what's the big deal?
So looking at the video out there of people showing, spaces left behind, but Stonebwoy claiming to have filled the auditorium, what's your take on that too? It
is funny when we say sold out. Sold out, the word sold out is relative. Word sold out is not in relation to the capacity of the venue. The word sold out is in relation to how many numbers you envisage. So someone is saying that I'm playing a tour. My target is to play to 1,500 people. If I'm able to get 1,700 people, my show is sold out because it has exceeded my expectation and capacity and target audience. All these places that you hear sold out, Westgate, whatever, it is part of the rule of the venues that the videos, the outcome of the videos, no one has the right to shoot or to send out any other. They restrict people from filming certain seats. They do the video according to how they want to promote the venue, so that they will come and present a key to the artist that is sold out. What is the evidence that is sold out? The evidence is because the venue also has to use it as a PR machinery to also promote their place. But it doesn't mean that the entire city, if someone says they have filled the stadium, TJ, you know that no one can fill the stadium 360. Obviously, the backstage, there are places that are reserved that cannot be filled to the brim. But sold out is in the context of exceeding your expectation. So if Stonebwoy is expecting, then other than that, if if you want to use the word sold out to represent the capacity of the place, if the capacity of the place is 2,005 and you sell out 2,499, it's still not sold out. because there is one seat. Come on, let's also consider the fact that how hard is it to get the aspirants to come out in a weather unfriendly season like winter, bro. That these metrics even come out to show that even if you are supposed to meet to sell out your expectation, you have sold out. So sold out is in relation to your expectation and what you have been able to do in a particular time season. So what else are Ghanaians expecting? That we need to have the even the kitchen in the venue being represented by people to make it sell out. We have seen tickets online that they envisage being sold out. And so what else metric? The metrics of sold out depends on the expectation of the organizer, not what people think is their definition of a sold out. So bro, let's not measure on the minors. The whole thing is that the experience was beyond the people that came. The show production, the timing. You see, people have sold out shows, but they couldn't create the experience that they're supposed to. You see, the sold out should not just be about the numbers. So the sold out should be the fact that people met their expectation, the timing. People have sold out shows. They were playing and the venue closed down. They closed down the entire venue against the will of the organizers. How about that? So to have a show goes beyond even the capacity. It's about the experience, the timing, and meeting the expectation of the people. And Stonebwoy has used this show to take all these bosses. What else would Ghanaian expect our artists to do? We are measuring on the minors, and that is not the way we make headway.
I think the other conversations, when you come around, we can have that one, because I have a lot to share. But finally, 2 questions. I didn't want to budge, and I wanted you to, fully give us the narrative. Finally, Stonebwoy on Adeshope's, show, Afrobeat podcast, mentioned that there's too much negativity among Ghanaians. Now, I also came in because the kind of show I do here, I say it as it is. No matter my affiliation as a Ghanaian. I'm like, okay, don't you see the fan base? It's good to have a fan base. In Nigeria, they have their fan base. But you would never see a Burna Boy fan base ridicule, how do we call it? The video fan base. All right? When it comes to that, they are together. Now, when Stonebwoy talks about negativity, and we take our mind as far back to him shading Shakawale for being a settings man, then basically, is the negativity not to say, is it not fair to say that we are all breathing in negativity as Ghanaians and we need to stop?
Yes. So
is he not part of the negativity?
That is why I'm saying that. You see, the negativity in question, I won't rule Stonebwoy out because he has also grown a fan base that has been weaponized to also throw some form of negative energy against his opponent. That is why I'm saying that in as much as that is why I'm saying that certain conversation should be left at the fan base level. But when the negativity in question that shocks me is when seasoned personalities and media people like us, who are supposed to be throwing the major narrative there for the fan base to feed on, are rather behaving like fanatics. That is where the negativity comes in. For Stonebwoy saying there's negativity, his fans throw negative energy at Shatawale. Shatawale's fans do likewise. So I've said that there are a lot of things that he might do that, though it may not be wrong, but I don't support it. That is not to say that someone who the ecosystem looks at to me to spread positive energy, if I join the bad wagons of fanaticism to do that, then our media space that is supposed to be the trusted form of positive energy is throwing negative energy. Then the negativity will be in the space. So moving forward, that is what I'm saying. The fan base has its own pros and cons. Fan base has a toxic energy of seeing only the one who represents them win. In that, if the other person wins, then it's not for Ghana, it's for them, and so we don't have to support. And so that is where the leaders come in. If the leaders of the fan base are also portraying positive energy towards each other, it will feed down on the fanatics that are following them. So for that one, I understand that he's pouring his frustration and all that, but that is not to mean he equally don't have what he has to do to make sure the negativity he's talking about is also beating that, because he also has a role to play. I get in it. So that kind I'm saying that Stonebwoy is not a saint in the same thing that he's saying. However, he has proven himself over the years to be someone who hardly hardly turn out negative energy on his colleague. You can check. You can check on the records that Stonebwoy is one person who hardly turn out negative energy. But like I said, how often do we pinpoint Stonebwoy's negative energy? It is because this one came recently is because he feels he has been attacked for many years and he has not responded to it. And so he was in his element. That is why I'm saying that I might not agree with anything that he does. But that doesn't mean that he has become an agent of negativity. When you check the statistics, he has always been someone who has been always trying to put Ghana on the map. And so he gets surprised when he's making this move that other artists will not make and is met with this kind of opposition. And so that is also a wake-up call to him that, Charlie, this is the system that we are in. Is it that you beat your way through the system or you also join the negativity or the diabolical way of playing the game? And he has chosen to be positive and just make a move. And so, yes, I feel that, yes, it's a wake-up call that Ghanaians can do much better. And so we have to also be particular about churning out the positive energy that we think we need in the industry to make the ecosystem better. And so, yes, we can blame everyone, but I think this is what should make us better and say that if we should churn out positive energy towards one another, we can at least get closer to what our Nigerian brothers are doing one way or the other. Yeah.
Okay, so it's been nice having Portfolio on the bill.
Same day, my brother.
I'm looking forward to him coming to the studio so that we can throw some shots at each other.
Yes.
Bossman, when can I come around? I have a present for you, my Niger present.
Yes. So when I come around, hopefully I will see my itinerary this week and see when it could be favorable for me to pass through.
Okay, sir.
And I'll feed you.
Okay,
sir.
Certainly. Nice having you, senior. I salute you.
Same day.
Okay.
All
right. So that was the conversation between myself and MC Portfolio in line with Stonebwoy's event. Now, my whole bit, in this Pan-African space, as I say it as it is, I know I'm not loved, but I will still continue to dissect and bisect our entertainment, Africa's entertainment, to the utmost high it deserves, and lay claim to the truth and say it as it is. Guys, now this is the question. All right, I've been saying that there are always, places to learn from and researchers to learn from and a whole lot. Currently, we are buying fake streams, all right, stream farms and a whole lot. Some from India, some from places who do not even watch our music, to show the world that we have the numbers, all right. Currently, we've misunderstood the numbers game, pointing into the fact that Ghana does not have the population bit to lead us there. And we always bring in the conversation of Nigeria having the population. I have been on this space expounding on the fact that the numbers game, we've got it twisted. Because if we talk about it in that regard and in that, nature, then it means that Jamaicans will be suffering. Because Jamaicans do not have the population like Ghanaians, but they are doing well in the international space. What seems to be the problem, I have also said it here time and over, without time and number, that we need to have an identity as a music, oriented base in our country and in the world. All right. So Ghana as a whole, our problems too many. Who they listen? Nobody they listen. Because it's all about what to eat and what would interest us and where our interest food will be in our dealings and everywhere. The coins we enjoy, the gatekeeping. All right. It's all we want to do. It's all we are about. But we've not sat down to go into the narratives, delve deep into it to ascertain the reality on the ground. If you try to sound like someone, you live in the shadows of that person. If we try to be dancehall and reggae, I'm not saying that having that talent is not bad. But what we are trying to say is that there are people who do that genre, who are all about that genre, but they have blended it with their culture and they've made a different twist out of it. Not to be sounding all patwise and wanting to be like Jamaicans and having godfathers. It's good to have a godfather. All right, I love that. All right, but what do you do in a different scale? What do you do on your own? We have examples like Timaya. We have Pato Rankin. Pato Rankin is a dancehall artist, but he has a style, his own style, and has blended it with Nigerian culture. All right, what is the identity of Ghanaians? We are still living in the shadows of other people's identity. and we call ourselves musicians, all right, we need to reset, and then refresh and rebrand the identity of the music culture. Now, back to Stonebwoy's narrative, guys. Why would we push ourselves to fill in auditoriums for the world to see that we have indeed filled the auditoriums? But underneath, there are some crabology. There are some ill will stuff going on there. If what Alodia Promotions is saying, all right, is what we are going by, then basically there is something, somebody will say there's fire on the mountain.
Get ready, brace up for spanking new exclusive right here on this channel with Pan-African content, editorials, TJ's Kitchen, music video dissection, interviews, live session, movie breakdown, music, and more right here on this channel.